Hello world, thank you for coming to my channel, The Life of Poon. Poon Poon's in the building, bitch. Excuse me, that was for that little outburst. Okay, so speaking of that outburst, let's talk about other outbursts that happens to all of us, which is when people always doing that talking and it'd be like, baby, it's too early to be doing all that talking. It's too late in the afternoon for you to be spreading that negativity. Like, what's the tea, Marianne? Like, damn. And it's just one of those things that when you love someone and they going through their little emotions, because everybody goes through their emotions. I feel like everybody gets a period, in my opinion, because I've been around men that act like they're on their period 24/7. I was one of those men. And not just because it's a gay thing, because sometimes men be going through emotional shit. And as a society, we taught men that it's not okay to be in your emotions. It's not okay to cry. It's not okay to be feeling this and feeling that. So sometimes, as I did, I shut myself up, sucked it all up, and it was hurting me inside. Bitch, it felt like bricks was on my back. But. That's for another video. Look in the description to get it. So, ultimately, ignore loved ones when they're going through their negative phases. I'm not saying shut up. I'm not saying be quiet like how I just did, because sometimes just let them go. If they don't eventually calm down, then you say something and be like, yo, you're doing too much. But you don't have to combat with them. And what I mean by that is saying when someone is constantly, and you love them, say that your partner, your mom, your sister, your brother, it'd be hard to like just be quiet. But sometimes people just want to let their emotions out. Sometimes people just want you to just hear them. Sometimes they don't want a response. And that's something that I had to learn from, because sometimes when people like just going at it, and you just continue doing what you're doing, just let them go, because whatever they're yelling at is not even be because of you. Maybe it's because of something else. And I had to realize that sometimes people take out their anger on others because they didn't take it out on the person it should have been taken out on. And sometimes they're even mad at themselves and they take it out on you. That's just the world we live in. Like sometimes like it don't even pertain to you. So don't take it so personal. But I would know there were times when loved ones would be all in my ear, yap, 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 yap. And I'm like, baby, like I love you, but you're doing too much. And sometimes they would calm down. But I know when you go like try to be combative back and like just arguing just to argue because you let that their demon possess you, child, you will be arguing, and that argument from something so simple like them telling you to wash the dishes and they tired of you always leaving dishes and not washing them, and you go back and be like, shut the fuck up and blah blah blah. You see how that can escalate real quick? Yeah, you see? So ultimately, what I'm saying is sometimes just let people go. Just have one ear open, and just like you don't have to be combative with everything that comes towards you. I know with my family, sometimes they would be all in my ear, just yapping, yapping, yapping. And I realized that if you can't say something with love and positivity, don't say it at all, especially when a demon is possessing them. And sometimes we get so caught up like, oh my gosh, that means a spirit is in somebody. Bitch, it is a spirit in them, because, bitch, let me tell you something. People get possessed. That's where their anger comes from. True shit. I don't mean that they gonna turn into the devil, but some people can. People turn crazy nowadays. You don't see Why you think alcohol is so big? Why you think weed is so big and drugs so big? Because bitches is trying to control their inner demons. Real shit. And so what I had to realize is I'm gonna stand up for myself. But ultimately, if a loved one is steady, like just being possessed, I'm gonna allow them to be possessed and then think about their actions of how they just treated me. And then I'm gonna speak on how they just treated me and tell them I didn't like that because I don't deserve that. You could have talked to me nicely. Talk to me nice. So, baby, if someone tries to corrupt you by being real like rah rah, if you can't say nothing with love and positivity, don't say anything at all. Stand up for yourself, but say it with love and positivity. Mwah.